Hey guys, my name is Michael or Kubera. It's basically a blizzard outside right now. The whole car is shaking, so don't mind the weird scratchy noises if there are any. Swissborg, that's what we're discussing today. CHSB. We made a video back in summer of 2020, so I'm not sure if you remember it. If you do, great. If not, the link will be down in the description below, so you're able to check that out. And back then, I made a video after Swissborg rose a fair amount the month prior to when the video was made, and that is absolutely nowhere near where Swissborg is at today. I discussed it having a lot of potential. I did not invest in it back then. I did not invest in it now. I'm not investing in altcoins for the moment. The only money I have really is in Bitcoin currently. That does not mean that I don't recommend investing in altcoins. It's just I'm going for the lower risk options, and any altcoin, especially smaller altcoins, even if they're past the top 100, there simply is a fair amount of risk. Now, whether that's moderate risk or extremely risky, that's up to you to do the research and decide for yourself. But Swissborg at the time seemed like a pretty good project, and I basically labeled it the Robinhood of crypto. Although now looking back at it, with Robinhood's recent scandals, that's probably not the best name for it. But basically, this video is not a discussion of what it is. That's what the previous video was about. This video is just looking back at the past few months, because Swissborg, if you invested back in the summer, hypothetically, you'd be looking at a pretty hefty profit if you put in a few $1,000s, which is essentially necessary to get the 0% that was promised. That's why it would be the Robinhood of cryptocurrency. You could invest into Bitcoin or Ether using basically 0% fees if you had a few $1,000s invested into CHSB at the time. Now, it's pretty common for a lot of projects to demand a few $1,000s for staking or a few $1,000s to get a node. So some people would complain that that's a lot of money, and especially if it's a higher risk project that might go up 100x, but it also might just fail. But you have to look at it this way. It's kind of like DeFi. A lot of people are really afraid of the gas fees, but for a multi-millionaire, they're not looking at these fees. For a multi-millionaire, they don't care about a few $1,000s. They're going to invest that into 50 projects, and if 10 really go up, they're going to make back all the money that they lost. So people who were able to, and were in a good financial position back then to invest, are coming away with real profits right now, because Swissborg almost went up to $1. On CoinMarketCap, as of February 4th, the peak was over 94 cents, which, just looking back at the past 3 months, hold up, let's roll the intro because there's a lot of juicy details. If you still haven't subscribed yet, if you're a longtime Kubera subscriber, there will be a link down in the description below for my new main channel where I'm going to be posting daily content. On here, we're going to be posting twice per week for the next 2 months, once on Sunday, once on Wednesday. We're looking for a new host, but in the meantime, if you're looking for daily content with my face behind it, check out the link in the description. So let's get back into Swissborg. In May of 2020, I made a video in July 7th, but in May, it was at 2 pennies. Now, Swissborg went up in May and especially in June to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pennies, and it went well above 10 pennies. And I believe when I made the video, it went up 16 times from its original price point. So within a matter of a few weeks, if you put in $1,000 and you came out with $16,000, that's not bad. You put in $5,000, oh yeah, that's starting to get real serious. So that was around 9 pennies, 10 pennies, even 15 pennies. Recently, it hit to 94. Where is it at today? It's at 82. Did you have to invest all the way back in May to get real profits? Of course, if you invested back then, you'd have more money, but was it really worth it? Most of the price action happened, believe it or not, within the past 3 months. So what exactly happened? Let's go back to November. Throughout July on to August and September, it was past 10 pennies, but it would just bounce around there. And in October, it had many days where it was at 6 and 7 pennies. Now, back in November, the very first week of November, you could still get it for 7 pennies. So it actually fell way below where it was in the summertime, and this was the perfect point to invest. So in November, from 7 pennies towards the very last few days of November, it suddenly jumped up to 10, 11 cents. Now, that doesn't seem like a big jump, but it was. And the first few days of December really started to go, because what was happening at the same time, the bull run started, a lot of Bitcoin investments from institutions. The news is getting super hyped up, so Bitcoin's rising. Everything starts rising at that point. And by the end of December, we're already at 25, 30 pennies. So, whoa, you already tripled your money. On New Year's Day, there was a correction on a bank, basically a pullback, a small pullback. People made a lot of money. I mean, come on, what are you going to do when you make a lot of money? You're going to sell a little bit. You're going to go into other altcoins. You're going to diversify. Maybe you're going to celebrate with champagne if you just made $100,000, which there was people who made $100,000, because Swissborg right now is ranked 59, which is not bad at all. It used to be ranked past 150 in the 160th position. So as of January 1st, it was 25 cents. As of the last day of January, it jumped all the way up to 56 cents. So you more than doubled your money. If you just invested on the first day of January and you exited on the last day, you more than doubled your money. You had 10 grand, now you have an extra 10 grand. So the very first days of February, people again started selling off a little bit. There was a little bit of a pullback. It went down to 52 cents on the 1st of February, and then it started climbing past 60 cents. Pretty soon, before you know it, 70 cents, 80 cents, 90, 94, and above 94. And here we are today. The first week of February is over. People are predicting that there's still room for Swissborg to rise, but it's definitely going to be sitting healthily above $1. So is there still room for it to rise? Yes, but is it a lot? I'm not sure I'd be putting all my money into this. I wouldn't recommend investing into this because the main run has already happened. I mean, how much further can it go? Can it go into the top 50? Of course it can. It's a good project, and the way you have to discern the bad projects from the good projects, first of all, the team, but also what is it trying to accomplish? Is it a copycat, just like half of these crypto projects are? Or is it actually trying to do something that's different? 0% fees. Sign me up. If I have to invest a few $1,000s, if you're a big trader and you're trading hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, the small-minded people are going to say, oh my God, it's thousands of dollars that I have to park. Oh, it's not worth it. Because you go from 2% fees to 0%. Maybe it's not worth it for you, but it definitely is worth it for whales who are not only gaining money from holding Swissborg, but they're also gaining a lot of money. It's basically free money. It's just like 401k matching. A lot of people who are smart, they look for a great job, but sometimes they completely ignore 401ks. They understand, yeah, it's important, but they're going to invest later, back when they're in their late 30s or 40s. But they don't realize they're missing out on something, not only the profits, the opportunity cost of investing their own money into their 401k and the tax benefits and just a whole bunch of other stuff. But the 401k matching, if it goes up to 6%, means your company is basically giving you free money up to a certain amount. But that might be $1,500, that might be $3,000, that might be a few $1,000s per year just for free. So this also is technically not giving you just a bunch of money like that. But if you're smart, if you have a lot of money and you want to make more money very quickly, you invest a few $1,000s. Well, you would have invested a few $1,000s because obviously it costs way more right now. So I guess I forgot to mention that. Using the old stats. That's the thing. If a coin really rises, if you want to really start staking or have a good position in a coin and it suddenly goes 10x, you're going to have to invest 10 times more money into it. And maybe your Ethereum only grew 3 or 4 times. So for the bigger fish, for institutional investors, maybe in the future, obviously, as with any company that offers high rates or something that just seems too good to be true, but it is legitimate, usually after time, they reduce how much money you're able to make. So maybe it's not going to be free completely. But for right now, it's one of the best marketing tools. So what's going to be happening with Swissborg that's behind the scenes? Some people don't really understand that, and they might ignore Swissborg, but what's happening behind the scenes that still makes this a very valuable project? First of all, over 50% of CHSB, over 50% of Swissborg is currently locked up. So that means people do want that 0% fees. It is proof that it's working, and as it's locked up, it also helps rise the price. But behind the scenes with updates. So what has been the service over the past few months? Basically, you had 4 times liquidity by relying on 4 order books. There was no spread, the possibility to eliminate fees by going premium, which at the time cost only a few $1,000s. You had smart routing of transactions for maximized exchange rates, transparency on post-trade execution and token company performance, AI-supported trading, cyborg predictions, great UI, and great support. Now, what is upcoming? Investment themes. It used to be under indices, indexes.swissborg.com. It doesn't really work anymore, but basically it allowed you to buy bundles of tokens in one click with automatic rebalancing. Now we're going to be discussing about token sets tomorrow on my other channel, but some other services that they're going to be offering is interest on stable coins, fueling leverage investments for Bitcoin, and many more services. So if we go to their website and their roadmap, they have more coin listings, they have a lending program, an interest premium, more premium tiers, and thematic investing. And what is thematic investing? So part of the reason the price recently rose is this thematic investing and smart yield. You can earn a yield just like with many other DeFi projects. On January 6, 2021, they introduced a community index, discovered the new Swissborg community index and how we're using it to calculate a sustainable yield. There we go. And their smart yield account on USDC was launched. And then on February 3rd, earn a yield on CHSB, the heart of the Swissborg ecosystem. If we go all the way up on their website, first of all, there we go. That's pretty cool statistics right there. But if we go all the way up, earn easy passive income with Smart Yield. The Smart Yield account earned up to 27.88% annually on USDC. The standard would be 12%, and for CHSB, standard 3% off. Of course, if you paid for that premium, it goes up all the way to 24 and 6.6%. When you think about it, what bank is going to offer you that? Think about high yield savings accounts. They're going to be less than a single percent. So that's what a lot of people kind of gloss over. But another thing that I guess I didn't really discuss, back when this token came out, it was very interesting. It's pretty common on a lot of exchanges, and it's becoming more common where you're able to purchase with your local fiat currency. If you're USD, that's great, but there's a lot of smaller countries where there's a lot of support for these fiat currencies, and it eliminates kind of middlemen, the third-party fees. It's very convenient. It's simple to just go use your bank account. You purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum using your local fiat currency, and Swissborg offered that in many currencies. So that was absolutely fantastic. Obviously, it's becoming more popular now. But back then, on top of the 4 times liquidity, on top of the no spread, on top of the 0% fees, on top of all of this already cool benefits, the fact that you could purchase with your local fiat currency, that got a lot of people really excited. And that's possibly why back then in the summer it rose so quickly. So that is today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button. Please consider leaving a like. Comment down your opinion below what you think about Swissborg, what you think about DeFi, what you think about the future of cryptocurrency. Where are we going this bull run? How long will it go? Blah, blah, blah. Anything you feel about. And we shall see you on the next Wednesday and next Sunday. 2 videos coming from me every single week. If you want more, consider subscribing to my other channel. We're approaching 500 subscribers, and we shall see you till next time. So thanks so much for watching. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. I hope you're able to make some money out of this madness. Bye.